Okay, so this is our guided video for Monday's lesson to find a rule when there is one step. So this is called a function machine, and we're going to be looking at these over the next few days. So they're fairly straightforward, really. Input means you put the number into the function machine. This is the function or the operation that it does, and then the output is what happens to this number when you put it through the function machine and it comes out the other side. You will have seen them in earlier year groups as well, okay? So for the first one, all you need to do is work out the output here. So have a go, jot it down, tell somebody what it is, tell your cat who's just walked into my little room here. So we're going to do 5 times by 6, and the output is simply 30. Okay, hopefully you got that one right. So the next one, 27. The function is add 9, and we need to know the output. So have a think about that. Make sure you've had a go, jotted it down, something like that. So 27 add 9. Now the easiest way of adding 9 is to add 10 and take away 1. So if I add 10, I get to 37. Take away 1 is 36. You might also note that 27 is 3 times 9. So if we add 9, really we're just doing 4 times 9, which is 36. So a couple of ways you could have done that. This last one then is a little bit different. This time we don't know what's gone into the machine, but we know the function is take away 3, and we know that the output is 46. So just have a think now about how you would work out this input. Okay, pause the video if you need to have a think. So we need to essentially work backwards. We've got the answer, we need to go back to the beginning. So 46, and then we will have, from going this way, taken away 3. So we're going to need to add 3 back on. So 46, add 3. So we're going back the other way. In fact, let me just put the arrow on as well so you can see. 46 add 3 is going to be 49. So if we've got this right, and in this, if this is 49 in here, if we do 49, take away 3, we end up with 46, okay? So if you've got the output, you just need to work backwards and do the inverse, the opposite operation. Okay, hopefully you were okay with that slide. So let's have a look at what's next. So we've got Rosie and Dexter here. So Rosie inputs the number 5, and she gets out, following Dexter's rule, the number 10. Then she inputs the number 6, and she gets out, following the same rule, the number 11. She puts in 1, she follows the same rule, and gets the number 6 as her answer. So our task is to try and work out what Dexter's rule is. Now, if you look at this first one here, my automatic instinct is to say, well, it must be 5 times 2. So the rule must be times 2 because 5 times 2 is 10. However, if you look at this one, 6 times 2 is not 11. And indeed, 1 times 2 is not 6. So my first instinct is incorrect. It can't be that, okay? So then we have another look at what it could be. Well, clearly it's getting bigger. So if we just work out how much it's getting bigger by, so to get from 5 to 10, we can add on 5. So that's another option that the rule could be. So now we just have to see if it fits every single one of these examples. So if we do 6, and we say the rule is add 5, do we get to 11? Well, yes, we do. 6 add 4 is 10. Add the other one on, we get to 11. And if we think we're right, because now we've got 2 right, surely it's heading in the right direction. We do 1 add 5, and it gets us to 6, okay? So sometimes, like up here, when I tried the times by 2 first, you might need to try more than one thing. That's absolutely fine. Okay, let's have another look then. So, input, the same rule each time, output. Perhaps pause the video now and have a think for yourself as to what it might be, and then come back through and we'll go through it. Okay, so let's have a look at what the rule could be. Well, I mean, following on from that last one, if we try adding first, if we do 1 add 2, it's 3, but 5 add 2 is nowhere near 15. So I'm thinking we might need some multiplication going on here to get the numbers to be big enough. right, so from there to there, well, why don't we try 1 times 3? So 1 times 3 is definitely 3. 5 times by 3 is definitely 15. And 6 times by 3 is definitely 18. Okay? So we're going from one side to the other. Now, I went times by 3 because I tried add 2 first, and that was no use to me. But I can see that 1 times by 3 is 3. So that would make sense with a one rule function machine. Okay, have a look at this then. So we're going to see if we can try and work out again what the rule is. So it's the same rule each time. Again, do pause the video and have a go on your own if you can, and then come back and we'll go through it. So we've got -2, something happens to it, and we get to 13. 60, one function happens, and we get to 75. 112, something happens, and we get to 127, sorry. And we're going to have to go back this way on this last one. So we'll sort that one out last, I think. So my initial instinct is to add. I can't see any clear multiplication for that, but I know they're all getting bigger each time. So from -2 to 13, we're going to have to add on 15. Okay, -2 add 2 is 0. Add on the 13 is 13, so that's a total of adding on 15. 60, so this is where we see if it works, add 15 is 75. So it works for these two. 112 add 15, so if I add 10, I get to 122. Add on 5, 127. So I think we can agree that the rule is add 15. We'll just confirm it by taking that away. Beautiful, we are correct. So then we've just got to work backwards for this one. So this time, sorry, let me just grab that pen back. We've got 32, and we need to get back to the beginning. So we know the rule. Oh, I do need the rubber after all. Sorry, everyone. So we know the rule is add 15. So now we need to do the inverse to get back to the beginning. So we're not actually going to add 15, we're going to take away 15. So 32, take away 10 would be 22. Take away 5, 22, take away 5 would be 17, I believe. So let's see if I am correct. Where's the eraser gone? Here we go. We are correct, fabulous. So the rule is add 15. So we've already done the challenge there. What is the input if the output is 32? We've done that, it was 17. Okay, I've got a feeling it's intelligent practice next, but we'll have a check. It is. So I'll just do a separate video for your intelligent practice in a moment.